Day gamers. Today, health and speed. All right, good stuff. Okay, so we're going to be working with the player controller script. This is going to be a code heavy lesson. It's not that bad though. Okay, let's go ahead and we're going to start off with just the stuff related to health. Okay, so if we are going to be having something that's going to keep track of the player's health, then we need to have variables that are going to vary so that we can keep track of that. So go ahead. I'm actually going to make a comment just so that I can kind of remember or keep track of what my code is doing, keep things separate. So I'm going to do here, it's going to be two slashes. It's going to be the one next to your shift key. And I'm just going to write like health related uh, stuff. Very descriptive. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to declare two variables. Okay, so let's go ahead here. We're going to set them at their what's called visibility as public so that we can see them in the Unity editor. So we're going to say here public and then int. I don't know why it keeps on there. I'm going to zoom back out. Public int. And then that means it's an integer, so it's going to be a whole number. And we're going to call it max health. Okay, we're going to set that equal to 5 to start, and we'll put a semicolon at the end there. Okay, public int max health 5. I'm actually just going to zoom in a little bit. That'll be a little bit easier. Okay, below that, we're going to just say int. Okay, because we're not going to make this a public variable. We'll just say int and then current health. Okay, semicolon. Max health is going to be, and we'll get to this second. Max health will be set at the beginning, at the like when I start the game. What should be the maximum amount of like health that the player character should have? Let's scroll down to start, and we're gonna do exactly what we did here, what we did earlier. So what I just said. So we're gonna say current health is going to be equal to our max health on start. Okay. We want it so that when the game starts, we want it so that the player is given starts out off at max health. We could put a number there, but we want it so we can just basically set it up each and every time we start the game. We want the player to start out like completely healthy. There'd be, gameplay reasons why you'd want to do something different, but for this case, we're going to just keep it like that. Now we're going to declare what's called a new function. So below fixed update, okay, so we've got the squiggly line indicating where fixed update starts. We're going to go, and then where it ends, we're going to go below that. We're going to create a function called change health. Okay, change health is going to be something we're going to reference when we get health, like when we want to increase health and we want to decrease health. Okay, so let's go ahead here. We'll say void. All right, because we're not going to have a return type, and we're going to call. We'll say capital C change health. Whoops, and I change health, and in parentheses, we're going to say int and then amount. Again, this is a parameter that is going to be like an argument that's going to be passed to this function. It's going to either increase or decrease the health of the player. We're going to do an open squiggly bracket, okay, to indicate where change health starts and ends. And now we're going to do a bit, this first one is going to be seemingly difficult, like really complicated, but like at the end of the day, we just want to make sure that the player's health does not go below 0 and the player's health does not go above their maximum health. So we go ahead here, let's say here, we're going to say current health is going to be equal to, now this is the kind of like weird part. Okay, so capital M math F dot clamp, and then in parentheses, we're going to write current health plus amount, comma, 0, comma, max health. Okay. I know that seems like a lot, but that is just saying here, this is a built-in Unity function that's going to say, hey, take whatever, like either a positive or a negative number, and make sure that not going to go below 0 or go above max health. Okay. So below that, we're also going to do, I'm going to just go here, return. Below that, so still within the change health function, we're going to say here debug dot log, capital L. I always forget that capital L. We're going to say here current health plus, and then parenthesis slash plus max health. and then do a semicolon. Okay. Let's save that. So what this is going to do is it's going to display what the player's health is. Like, do they have 2 hearts out of 5 or whatever? Okay, so we'll do more with that. As promised, I am speed. So we're going to go up to the very top and where it says here above health related stuff, we're going to add another variable, okay, called speed. And speed is going to be a float. So just as like way back in the day when we worked with our platformer, we're going to have a variable called speed that's going to affect how fast the player character moves. So let's go ahead here. Let's say public, and this is going to be a float. Speed, not sped. Speed equals 3.0f, and then we'll do a semicolon there. We're going to then update our code that relates to movement. So let's go ahead back down here. Okay. And right here, for me, it's line 35, but it's going to be within fixed update. Okay. So we're going to say here plus move. And remember before we had this hard coded in as far as like this 3.0f, we're going to change that to speed. Okay. So let's save and let's do the takeaway. So let's go back to Unity. We're in code land for almost the entire time there. Hopefully no typos, no typos. Okay, sweet. Nice. So now when we go to our player character, we're going to see we have 2 variables that we can adjust here. This is the beauty of Unity. Instead of having to be wholly in code land, instead we can be kind of having some things in the editor, which it's really easy to change. Like let's say I want to change how fast my character is. Boom, I can change it to 4 instead of 3. I want to change max health. Bam. Okay, instead of having to go back to code land, I can work within the editor. All right, good stuff. I wish you the best of luck.